Daniel, in case you've missed it, I'll tell you how we're gonna go about with this one. So we're gonna discuss about the players and what we expect of them this season, how we think their season will go, so on and so forth. And the best way to go about it will be to start, positionally based on how the team was lined up on Friday. So we'll start with Neuer, talk about him, what we think his season is going to look like, how we think he's going to do this season, so on and so forth. And then we'll just move on, position by position, essentially.
Okay.
So, what does everyone think about Neuer then, the upcoming season? Obviously, we've had one game so far in which he didn't look that great in, but just in general, overall, what do you think his season will look like in terms of maybe clean sheets, in terms of maybe like personal performances, so on and so forth? What's everyone's thoughts on just Neuer upcoming season? What do you hope?
Yeah, I think with Neuer, it was a disappointing start. The first 2 games weren't that good. I think I'm trying to see how many clean sheets he kept last season.
Yep.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't think he's gonna keep as many as last season, just based off what we've seen this season. I hope he proves me wrong, but I don't know. He just looks shaky for whatever reason, and he's been shaky for like a bit, right? It hasn't just been recently; it's been like for a few months. I feel like,
Yep.
But so last season he's kept 10 clean sheets. Our defense looks better, but he does look like he's going downhill. To be honest, if he kept 10 clean sheets like last season, I consider it a success on his end in the Bundesliga. Champions League, it really depends on the group stage we get, to be honest. I don't think I can judge it yet. And we don't know what run we're going to have in the Champions League and the knockouts. So I think as long as he can keep 10 clean sheets in the Bundesliga, and then he needs to stop fucking around with these mistakes he's doing against Leipzig. Against Frankfurt, where he tries to do too much when there's pressure on him. That was just so bad. He should have just booted it out. I would have been happy then. But he needs to. I think his passing needs to get better too. But I think as long as he gets around 10 clean sheets in the Bundesliga, I'd say it's fair.
Okay. Nagels, what are your thoughts on that?
Honestly, I agree with that. I thought it wasn't like that two of his best performances yet. I'm somehow afraid that it's like this slow decrease of Neuer, which I hope I would not see, at least not this season. But maybe these are only 2 hiccups and he's getting back to his form. But honestly, he's I just hope we don't need prime Neuer that often. If you know what I mean. Just hope our defense is good enough to prevent Neuer from showing his best performances.
Okay. My question then for both of you is, if you had to predict a rating that Neuer will have at the end of the season, it seems like both of you are maybe not necessarily negative, but both of you are very cautious when it comes to Neuer. And not expecting / predicting the best of performances. What do you think his overall will be for the upcoming season? If you had to give him a rating.
Probably a 6.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 6.5.
Interesting. So not very, very high. Whereas I'm probably in a different opinion than all of you. I think he's going to have about 14 clean sheets. And I think that really does play into, our defense being significantly better, so on and so forth. I think he's going to have about 14 clean sheets. And I think also that he's going to have a relatively, not amazing season, but a relatively good one. I think personally, 14, 15 clean sheets with roughly Neuer getting a 7 to 7.5 this season. I actually think he's going to do really well. And one big reason why I think that is because of the World Cup being in the middle of the season. So he's going to be, getting used to his current squad, playing in the World Cup, and then, getting used to the squad again. And I think that's going to maybe work out quite beneficially for him. But that remains to be seen.
Yeah, I mean, the one counter I have with the 14 clean sheets is that, against Frankfurt, our defense is really good. If McConnell probably has had his best game in a Bayern jersey, Lucas was solid, and we still concede because of Neuer. So but hopefully we get 14.
I very much, what you say, I very much agree with that. It's defensively, we looked very, very good. Obviously, there was one mistake in there, but my counter to that would be we haven't really been great defensively last season, and the fact that yes, okay, we conceded, but defensively overall we looked relatively solid. So if we can keep that up, hey, I don't think Neuer will have to do much.
Yeah, that's fair.